Hello there. Welcome once again to Living on Purpose. This is Fola Adelesi. Today, I want to address the financial mindset that says investment is for the rich. There are those who believe that they don't have enough to invest, or there are those who believe that it is only the wealthy that can invest. Now, the problem is believing that investment is for the rich. Investment isn't for the rich only, but investments are meant to help you become wealthy. If you see yourself as somebody who can become wealthy, then investments are meant for you. Investments are not meant for those who are already wealthy. The only advantage that those who are already wealthy have is that they can buy more into the investments, and it's easier for them to multiply their wealth. But those who are not yet wealthy can also begin to invest and gradually make some money. If you think that investment is only for the wealthy, then you will never join the club of the wealthy. For a long time, I have seen people who kept believing that they are not wealthy enough to start investing. They continually see the picture of wealthy people investing billions, investing millions, and they think that they must become so wealthy before they can start investing. Some of them also think that when they finally make their money, that's when they can put money into those big companies. Well, there are those who made their money from something else first and they started investing it in those companies that you hear about. However, you need to be very clear regarding this one. Investments are not meant for wealthy people alone. Investments are open to all. There are investments for the poor. There are investments for the people who are average income earners. There are investments for people who are in the upper middle class. And there are investments for the people who are extremely wealthy. Whatever your face is, whatever your category is, there is something that can help you make more money. There are low risk investments, there are high risk investments. You can put in the little that you have and gradually begin to make some money. You can actually put in some little money, and when the interest comes back, you reinvest it. When the interest on that also comes back, you also reinvest it. It depends on how much you know about investment and how much you're also willing to learn. So long as you have an open mindset and you continue to learn, you'd realize that investment isn't only for the wealthy. At whatever level you're in, you have your $10, you have your $20, you have your $50, or in Naira, you have your 10,000, you have your 20,000, you have your 5,000, you have your 7,000 Naira. You'll be amazed that you can begin to put it into some investments and you will begin to make money gradually. Now, these investments are open to all, and more importantly, there are so many mobile apps on the internet today that are verified platforms for investments. You put your money in there and they help you to begin to make money gradually. What you need to understand is that everybody needs discipline to be able to make money out of their investments, because you don't invest today and expect instant returns tomorrow. When you invest, you have to be patient for the money to grow, just like when you plant a seed. And this reminds me of the story of my son who saw a little space just outside our apartment and he decided to plant a maize seed into that ground. Now, when he planted the maize seed into that ground, he would go back there on a daily basis and begin to check it in anticipation for the flower to sprout. Now, when nothing was forthcoming, he began to dig it. I was wondering what is happening to this seed. And some of us have done that as children when we were much younger. You plant something, you can't see any flower coming out, then you begin to dig it up. But one day, after the mother cautioned him to help him understand how seeds work, he then allowed the seed to rest in the ground. So he planted another seed that the mother didn't let him uproot. He was, of course, still very anxious. He couldn't wait for the plant to start popping out. He wanted to see the seed, but the mother told him, you need to wait. So when he planted, he waited, and after some days, he noticed that the flower was gradually beginning to come up. So with the nurturing, guided by the mother, that maize eventually grew and it was eventually harvested. But many of you are like my young son. You plant a maize seed and you cannot wait for it to grow. You go back there on a daily basis and you're bringing it out. Once you bring it out, you have killed the seed. So you no longer have a harvest that you're supposed to have. That's how investment is. Once you invest money, you need to be patient. Go and check those who invest money. You would notice that they are usually very patient people, and they understand that this is not a sprint, as they say. It is a marathon. You invest over time. You invest over a period of maybe years before you can have something substantial. The only way you can the only way you can get a lot of money out of your investment is when, of course, you put in a lot of money and the interest makes sense. But if you don't have a lot of money to invest, you can gradually put in something. Take, for example, you can decide to invest 10% of your monthly income. Imagine investing 10% of your monthly income. It may not seem like much, and you may even say that, oh, my salary is not enough, my income is not enough. But if you begin to invest 10% of your monthly income, and at the end of the year, go and check what your investment would have become. You would notice that it's no longer what you invested that you now have there. So invest your 10% on a monthly basis over a period of 5 years. You would have seen significant growth. Depending on the kind of investment that you also put your money into, you may also come to see that your investment has compound interest. So as you put in your 10% today, if you don't take it out, you reinvest everything, the money begins to grow. My job here today is not really to teach you how to invest. You can go online, you can check different platforms and see what to invest in, how to invest in them as well. You can also talk to financial experts. I'm not a financial expert, but my major job here is to help you erase the mindset that believes that investment is for the wealthy. At whatever level that you're operating in, you can invest in something, and you'll be shocked to see that so long as you invest and you become patient with your investment, over time you'll be able to cash out a lot of money. Investment is not only for the wealthy. There are investments for everyone at whatever level, and you can also make something out of the little that you think you're earning. The most important thing is to be consistent. If you invest consistently, then you'll be able to make something out of it. Let me also correct this impression. Some people keep waiting until they have a lot of money to invest, which is why they believe that investment is for the wealthy. If you keep waiting to have a lot of money to invest, it may be too late and you may never arrive at that point. But if you keep investing a little money consistently, over time you will have something very tangible to invest. So I want to implore you to change the mindset that believes that investment is for the wealthy and begin to invest gradually. Look for reliable online platforms. Talk to counselors, talk to financial experts or financial advisors. Let them guide you, and you notice that you can make a lot of money from investing in the right way, even though it seems little. So remember that scripture that says that though your beginning may be small, your latter end shall greatly increase. Thank you for listening. Please head on out to youtube.com/Fola Daniel Speaks.